Hello and welcome to this brief video in which we'll be previewing the CEM India event, which takes place in New Delhi from the 10th to the 12th of March 2026 next year. And to do so, I'm delighted to have with me Sanjeev Kanchan, who is co-chair of the CEM India conference and also director of the International Forum for Environment, Sustainability and Technology in India. So thank you so much for joining me, Sanjeev. Before we start talking about the event itself, could you paint a picture of the environmental situation in India with particular regard to environmental protection and monitoring?
Right. Thank you very much, Graham, to invite me for this interview. That's a very broad question about the environmental condition and situation in India. I would say India, certainly, is a vast country, developing pretty fast. And now the largest population resides in India. So to fulfill the requirement of that large population, we also need a large amount of and different types of resources. We need for that industries, we need different infrastructure, for example, road and all these things contribute to the environmental pollution as well. When it is giving you the things to live, it also generates pollution, which you have to deal with. So environmental condition in India, I would say, as it is growing, certainly the challenges with the environment is increasing. But I would also like to highlight that the government and the people are more aware than before. We have increasing regulations, stricter regulations now, and combined with the new technologies coming up, and we are adopting it pretty fast. I would say since the first regulation came in picture related to water in 1974, the Water Act for India, since then we have gone to the large extent. Now we have the different regulations for air. We have for overall umbrella regulation, Environmental Protection Act. We now have more than 1,500 air quality monitoring stations. Now all the industries have been asked to install continuous emission monitoring and reporting systems in the place. Now we have adopted AI and technology to make it fast, to connect to the people and make quick decisions. I would say we are moving pretty fast as we are growing, but we are also being careful that how we control, we do not make those same mistake that was possible 20 years back or 30 years back. So we are thinking about the new regulations. We are thinking about how we reduce the pollution, how we adopt the best technologies also. So I would say we are on the right path, but yeah, we started late. We might take some time.
Okay, thank you. So where are we at now on this path with particular regard to ambient air quality monitoring and emissions monitoring from a regulatory point of view?
Yeah, so in regulation, it is very much public. People around the world now knows that among top 20 polluted cities, we have nearly half in India. So because of the population growing demand, growing infrastructure and all, regulation has been increasing more pressure to control that, making people more aware to take the precautions. And also government has put many plans and programs to deal in the different situations as it comes. So now, as I said before, that we have around more than 1,500 ambient air quality monitoring stations now. Less than half, I would say around 560 is about the continuous one. More than 950 is, manual monitoring, ambient air quality monitoring systems now. We have different programs. We call it NAMP, National Ambient Air Quality Monitoring Program, which has been running for a long time, for more than 3 decades now. We started last 5-year NCAP, the program, National Clean Air Program. So for that, we are also targeting not only to increase the network of the air quality monitor, but to control air pollution with a different method of controlling. So there, the greater focus, people are more aware, but the challenge is because it is now visible. It is not that something you can come with the research. Now it is visible. Every organization, every ministry, and every government is now concerned about the air quality monitoring system. I would not say it is sufficient because it is increasing. The demands are more. We need more collaboration across the organizations. We need more information because it is very dynamic, field changing pretty fast, new technologies to adopt. And in that direction only, I would say when we are talking about the top CEM India, it is one of the aspect, one of the element that we had planned since the first event we did, that how to bring those technology manufacturers, those experts, those regulators across the world to come to a platform where we can exchange the information and improve.
Okay. And with the regulations that are in place and with the monitoring, especially with regard to emissions monitoring equipment that's in place, presumably that's there for businesses to demonstrate compliance with environmental permits. And following on from that, does that mean that there are penalties for people that don't comply or fail to meet their permit conditions?
Yes. So industries, there are different companies like infrastructure sector. So if you are manufacturing building, if you are manufacturing an infrastructure, there you also have to follow the rules and regulations and put the pollution control equipment. So as I said, the system, the governance system in place, certainly have a system that you have to follow it, or in case of non-compliance, you will have the penalty. You will also, there will be government system that will have actions that will take actions against you. There's judiciary system also to put the justice in such cases where there are some litigations. We have a system of NGT, National Green Tribunal, which can take those legal aspects and legal issues related to it in their concern. So yes, there are scope of penalties. There are scope of taking different kinds of action. Maybe in case of industries, if their pollution is beyond the compliance, they can be forced to close down as well. It happens rarely for sure, but there are all those provisions. And going ahead, there are several amendments have come in the picture in the Air Act, where the government has got clear power to take action, such kind of actions, such kind of penalties, which should be in place to control those situations.
Okay, thank you. So I know that this isn't the first CEM India event. You've been involved with a number of them before now. So I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about what's changed since the last CEM India, and perhaps if you know yet what the themes for CEM India 2026 will be.
Yeah. So it's interesting that we started. I had been particularly very interested while working in the field of environment. So we had discussed together. And I get chance to meet different manufacturers, internationally known, recognized manufacturers of these equipments and technology across the world. And that there is the situation we planned, and why not we bring that event in India. I found it technically very sound and a very effective knowledge sharing platform where not only the industries, common people, researchers, regulators, everyone is the part of that, and they exchange the information with each other. People get also awareness of the new developments, new technology in the field. So in 1997, when the first time it was done, for sure, it is almost 10 years now. So the idea was to bring the basics of information there in the field of air quality, focusing only on continuous emission monitoring and air quality regulations. So I remember that experts, regulators, and the manufacturers across 40 countries had participated for the first time. It was a very successful event, and that had given us a signal that more of such kind of events are required. We continue to it every alternative year. This is the event we are going on 26th. This time we have seen the progress that we are not going to just cover the basics that people now know about it. We are going to get into more technical side of it, the air quality monitoring, new technology, new developments in regulations across the world, in Europe, in USA. And we will talking about the new technology that have come into the picture. New addition in this is we have involved water monitoring part as well, which we name now Aquamet. So CEM India, there's another part of it, which is dealing with the water is Aquamet India, that we are co-organizing in the same place. The target here is when we are discussing about the air quality, pollution control, water is one of the important aspect in India, water and water pollution, because of its large population. You need more water, you generate huge amount of wastewater. To deal with that is a very important aspect which we haven't touched before. And from my general experience in the field, I know that there are challenges. There people have the issues of data quality in monitors. There are a few manufacturers available and globally known as well as from many from the India. But I see there is a gap of technology awareness. There's a gap of awareness on better operations, best practices in the field. That is how we also decided not only covering the air quality, we have expanded air quality as well, where we will be involving the GHG as well, methane as well in the air quality monitoring part. Beyond that, we are also going to cover the water. Beyond and in water, we are going to do the wastewater monitoring, cover water quality monitoring, river monitoring. So all those technologies which are portable, which are fixed systems as well, we are putting this time in the picture, and we are seeing good interest across the manufacturers in air and water quality across the world. I think it is going to be a very big event, and keeping that in mind, we have also shifted the venue to one of the big place, well-known venue in India now. Yashobhumi, which is a government created system, is very well placed and very big place to adopt as many as people can come, and people can easily drop and take part in the sessions.
Thank you for bringing up the water side of things. I think this is a really important development because presumably a lot of the people that come to CEM India have environmental responsibility, which of course includes more than just air quality and emissions. It also includes, as you said, wastewater. So it does mean that people coming to this event can regard it as a one-stop shop for information on environmental protection and environmental monitoring in particular. I know that you've got NPL, National Physical Laboratory, involved. And is that right that they have a facility in India now as well?
Yes, NPL India is one Indian system as well, like you have in UK NPL. So in India, National Physical Laboratory also has a system. They very interesting part is the that in same India we were looking for certification system for a long time for the SAMEs. Now they have announced very recently in last couple of months back that they have created a system working with the government, a certification system for all those manufacturers in India, and those are importing the equipments. They will also need this kind of certification in the place. It is an important step. People have worked hard. So in the people involved in this project in NPL, working with the government, we found it's an important development. So they are part of CSIR in India. It's a government system which deals in the scientific research and helping the government to put up a system in place. So this development is one of the important, and that is how we have invited them to be part of it, to present what they are doing and what is the future way ahead.
Well, I know that CEM India is always accompanied by an exhibition of some of the world's leading manufacturers and service providers in emissions monitoring and ambient air quality monitoring. Presumably, it's the same with Aquamate.
Yes, equipment is for the first time, but the I would like to clear the scenario here is many of these manufacturers manufacture both air quality monitors as well as effluent or water quality monitors. So
Yeah.
they are part of, they're already on board. There are some manufacturers in India, and those the equipments are being imported from. They have specific monitoring technologies available only in the water. So both of them have interests in it. Interest also comes a large group of industries which are water polluting, not only the larger one as well as the smaller one. We call it grossly polluting industry, even the smaller one, which generates more than 100 kg of BOD a day. So they will also be part of it. They will like to learn about the new technology which can be efficient for them for the water monitoring as well. This will be the new thing because it has not been in the concept before. I think that will attract a huge amount of attraction from the attendees as well.
Yeah, I agree. And also, I should mention that, as I understand it, for registered visitors, it's free to attend for CEM India, same for Aquamate India. And if you register for one event, you can pass between the two events, pick and choose the presentations and the exhibition stands that you want to visit.
For the event, thankfully to the organizer as well on board, they have not considered this event organization as a profit making beyond a point, because the initiative we start as a knowledge building, and we got a good amount of respect and appreciation from the attendees across. So to share the knowledge, to share the information that we are bringing across the world to this platform, we decided together that we should not focus more on the profit making part. So that is why we have kept that if the people, Indian attendees, are joining, registering it, we will keep it free. That involves the free attending the events, both in air and water.
So, why did you move to the Yashabumi Exhibition Centre?
We had a constant problem. As I said, the event has been well appreciated and accepted by the attendees. The place that we had, it was one of the biggest one, but that became small. Looking at the number of attendees we had, And it was little away from the center, so a good amount of concerns coming from the attendees that it is difficult to reach out in certain situation because of the traffics and all. So keeping that in mind, because now we have two events running together, air same as well as aquamates, we needed a bigger place for show. And we kept the thought on the easy reach to that event, easy access of that event. So thought that's the best place. It was difficult to get booked on time, but we managed to get that place. That is one of the wonderful things with this event coming up.
Fantastic. Okay, I think that's everything we wanted to know. So the only other thing I wanted to add is that we're speaking now, it'll be early November when this video is published. So people can register on the website. It's not a full registration, but by registering their details, it will ensure that they are contacted and provided with updates on the event, giving them the opportunity to register for free when registration is fully available. So please, if you Google CEM India or Aquamate India, it'll take you to the ILM exhibition site. You can register there and look forward to the event next March 10th to the 12th. Thank you for your time, Sanjeev. It's been lovely to
Thank
talk
you
to
very
you.
much. Thank you very much. I would like to welcome all the fellow friends, fellow members of different research organizations to join the event, take part of the deliberation, and make it successful. Thank you very much.